The use of my body in the performances, again, it's like an extension of systems or mechanisms in the world. The balloons and the piping, and I guess it's some kind of extension of this airflow, of these things in and out of the body. I think it's always important to be part of the performances, to be in them, but I think inviting other people and seeing what that brings and how that works is an interesting element. So I've used the large balloons in my work for quite a long time, but they used to be more just as sculptural elements. So I'd have sort of whole gallery spaces, with the balloons and members of the public sort of interacting with the balloons. So then that's where the performance came about, of trying to work out if I could actually sort of inhabit the balloons. So that's where the suits kind of came from, and then they just sort of took on this life of their own and have become an important part of the work, and somehow the balloons and the suits have sort of come together as this weird duo. My process generally starts with the setting and the environment where I'm going to show or where I'm going to make a film. So depending on the location of where that is, and then I think the work kind of builds from there. Place is definitely very important in my work, and landscape. I think I was very lucky because I grew up in a rural environment in Pembrokeshire in West Wales, which has extraordinary landscape and coastline. So I spent a lot of time in the sea and on the beach and constructing things and painting things, and it's an incredibly creative environment, I think, to grow up in. There's possibly less of a division between performer and audience as a sort of separate thing, and also to invite people, even members of the public, to be part of the performances as more of a kind of environment that people can engage with, and I'm kind of interested in that as a sort of next step in my work. The boundaries between the performer and the audience have operated in different ways in my work, depending on the setting, depending on the context. And I'm trying, I think, to bring it more together so that to work towards more durational performances that are connected with installations in spaces. It was quite a strange process, I think, being in the suit and then being in the balloons. And in a live performance, I think you have a real certain energy that an audience gives you, and then there's this sort of strange tension between something being humorous and something being quite dark, and I think that that's the way things are, and things change, and the accidents happen which actually change the work. There is that kind of tension, I think, in the work that I'm kind of always interested in navigating.